Hey, Ben Baxter here with Anglers All and throwing down another video in the tying series. This is the Perdichingon. It's a Perdichingon style pattern in our 5-minute video series of tying flies. Here I'm starting with a UTC 70 red thread. Just getting her started. Trim my tag end here. The hook I'm using is a grab gape hook, Fulling Mills, size 16. I'm using 2.4 tungsten bead. It's a little big on this hook, but I like the weight for it. I'm also using Spirit River UV2, a Coq de Leon Perdichingon tail fibers. And these ones just happen to be in a fluorescent flame color. Just getting a little bit built up here, starting a taper. Now I'm gonna tie in probably 10 to 12 tail fibers, maybe a couple more than that. But you can see how real sparse those fibers are. Nice and long. Got a little bit of movement to them once they get tied in, but not too much. Tail looks a little long to me, so I'm gonna pull on these to shorten that tail up a little bit. Trim those fibers off. Trying to fill in this bead a little bit so it helps me with my taper and my thread doesn't get stuck in down there. Kind of fine tune this tail a little bit. Grabbing some Uni Mylar Peacock orange color. On one side this is orange, this tinsel. On the other, it's a peacock color, so I'm going to tie in the orange facing out on this back side towards me. And that way, when I start wrapping, the peacock will be on the outside. Now at this point, I'm just building up this body, this taper. So just make sure you keep your tension. It definitely does help if you lay some glue down on these first, but you don't necessarily have to do it, especially if you're not doing as aggressive as a taper as I'm doing on this one. So we can clip out our tinsel here. A couple more wraps on the collar and then we'll whip finish. This is a great dropper fly underneath a hopper or maybe a chubby Chernobyl or something that's got some foam on it that's really gonna help keep the fly from sinking dry because they are very heavy. There you have it, snip your thread. Last but not least, I've got some Solarez bone dry here. And I'm gonna use a marker at the end to put a little wing butt on this guy. But really what I'm doing is just coating this body. Got a little too much there. Just wipe that off. That's one of the beauties of UV glue is you've got all the time in the world to pull a little bit off or add a little bit to it if you don't think you got enough on there. It's real easy to maneuver UV glue the way that you want to. So the very last thing I'm going to do here is just go ahead, hit the head with a little black marker for a little wing bud, kind of a reverse hot spot, if you will. And that's your finished fly right there. Again, that's the Perdichingon. It's a fulling mill pattern. They've got some great hooks and beads. Come into the shop and check them out. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to us on YouTube.